for gold. Now last week we made a sweet glossary for League of Legends, but this week, as suggested by Fire Dragon Wards, we're going to be looking at trinkets. Now if you have a topic you'd like me to cover off on, leave a comment below, but for now, let's get started. Okay, so trinkets. Now I know a lot of you are probably thinking, but Arcadian, this is a tips for gold, and trinkets are so basic. Well, I am sorry, my pupil. I am sorry to tell you that it is a scary world out there, and there are even diamond level players not using trinkets correctly. So I just want to take this chance for a refresher class. I want to go over what are trinkets for our newer players, when to use trinkets, upgrading trinkets, and some advanced tactics for our veteran players. So trinkets are an item that were released in Season 4. Before this, supports just had to slave around the map, spending all their money trying to create some vision for the team, while all the other rules would never waste such money on useless endeavors. But now with trinkets, every single player gets their own item which helps them establish their own little bit of map awareness. There are 3 main types and they all upgrade at level 9. The warding totem. As the name would suggest, this lets you place down a stealth ward that lasts 60 or 120 seconds. The scrying orb, which reveals a small area on the map and reveals champions hit by it for a few seconds. And the sweeping lens. Now this one reveals and disables invisible traps and other wards in the area. Notice how it disables whatever it reveals. Now this means you can kill a ward while it's being disabled without even being spotted. Now most players want to start with one of these babies, unless you're a jungler, in which case you can be forgiven for taking a sweeping lens. Now the reason these things are so strong is because they are incredibly effective at protecting you during the laning phase. In bot lane, you can use it in the bushes to deny your enemy pressure, in top lane you can use it in the top river bushes to get some foresight on incoming ganks, and in mid lane you can use it as a standard lane ward. One of the best times to place this ward is around the 320 mark when the enemy jungler is usually looking for his first gank. The sweeping lens is a really great item to pick up in the later game when the enemy starts to get a lot of wards down. So once the enemy has a sightstone or a few upgraded trinkets, look to swap out for a sweeping lens. When using the sweeping lens, think about where you would place the wards, where are the most common spots for wards to be, and clear those out as frequently as you can. Especially if you're looking to push onto their side of the map. Lastly, we've got the scrying orb. Now this trinket's not used nearly as often as the other two, but I still think it can be pretty useful, especially on champions with a long range or global ultimate, like Pantheon, Ashe, or Xerath, to really snipe out the enemy. It's best to be used around 2 minutes and 7 minutes to check the enemy buffs. Now this will give you an idea on where they will be soon, or give your jungler a chance for a sneaky invade. It can also be really good in the late game to stop your team losing a teamfight by getting caught off guard. Okay, bring it in boys, bring it in. I got a secret to tell you. You see this sightstone right here for 800 gold? Psh, ain't nobody got time for that. You see, there's a secret item in the store that nobody knows about that you can buy for just 250 gold. And you know what? It does exactly the same thing as that. At level 9, you get the option to upgrade your trinkets into their OP little brothers. But do you know why you have to wait till level 9? Because these things would be broken if you could get them at level 1. These things are so insanely gold efficient, it's crazy. Think about it, a ward costs 75 gold. That means 4 wards would cost you 300 gold. Now, the upgraded totem generates a ward every 60 seconds. So after just 4 minutes, after buying this upgrade, you've earned your money back. And wards for the rest of the game are free. Free wards, free vision. It's absolutely insane. See, when Riot first released these things, I thought that they released them knowing that they were really overpowered, and they'd wait for people to start using them heaps because they're so unbelievably valuable, and then nerf them down to what they should be. But a year and a half later, people still don't know how valuable these things are and aren't using them. So please, upgrade your trinkets. Now onto some advanced tactics. Remember when I said the sweeping lens revealed and disabled wards? Now that's true, but if you read the description carefully, it also mentions it only reveals and disables invisible traps and wards. So if you use it on a pink ward, it's not going to disable its vision. I also made a video a little while ago on some sweet pink ward placements. I'd recommend checking these out if you upgrade to the pink ward totem because this can be really helpful. Something I didn't mention, which can also be helpful if you have the pink warding totem, is that during a team fight, it can sometimes be a really good idea to drop a pink ward down, just in the middle of the chaos. Especially in lower levels, among all of that chaos, the enemy will usually accidentally target the ward 1 or 2 times, and that can definitely be the difference between life or death. So remember, the warding totem is great for laning phase. The sweeping lens is awesome for junglers and supports, especially in the later game, and the scrying orb can be handy on champions with a long range ultimate. And please, for all of which is holy, remember to upgrade your trinkets. But that's all for this week. I hope you enjoyed, I hope you learned something. If you'd like to see a particular topic next time, remember to leave a comment below and subscribe. But until next time, Scurbs out.